Hi, I'm Father Anthony Hannon from Inviam Patches, and this is To Prepare His Way. Warning, what happened to me could happen to you, only for you it could be a lot worse. Not too long ago, I went to a public event. There's a few hundred people there. It was an afternoon. It was a beautiful day, and we were gathered there to hear a particular speaker. And there was a good cross section of people there. There was all ages. There were some children there. These were obviously just decent, normal people. There were some farmers there. It reminded me of the people at my last parish. Actually, the last three parishes I was at. Just good country people, you know. Anyway, the organizers had hired a professional comedian to MC the event. I didn't know he was a professional comedian. I don't know how many people knew that or not. I don't think he was introduced as such. But he did open with a few jokes, and it was obvious that he was comfortable with a mic and with relating to people, comfortable on the stage, so to speak. And some of his jokes were funny. But then, like, since I didn't know that it was supposed to be like kind of a comedy routine, it was getting old. I was like, when is this guy gonna, introduce the speakers? Because there were more speakers before we got to the main event. And then his jokes, he started getting desperate, eh? He was saying things like, oh, you're a tough crowd tonight. Even though it was in the middle of the afternoon, he was saying it was a tough crowd tonight. And he started, saying like kind of jokes that were insulting. And he even used our Lord's name as a curse word. And I was like, man, this is not good, Anyway, eventually he did pass the mic off to speakers, and then by the time the main speaker came on, he came to the back of the room, I don't know, to get a drink or something like that. And that's where I was. So I thought I would try to give him some encouragement, So I went over to him and I said hello, and I probably introduced myself to him, but I can't remember. And but I have my collar on. It's a public place, so I'm wearing my collar. And anyway, I said, "Hey, man, you're not bad, I was trying to give him encouragement, saying, you've got some talent. And I asked him, "Is this a passion of yours?" And he said, "Yeah. This is what I do." I said, "Oh, like, have you ever done stand up?" He says, "Yeah, that's what I do." That's his job, stand up comedian. Goes to the nightclubs and does this type of thing. Okay, so I said, if you don't mind, like, I'll give you some tips, because you got to know your audience, eh? And he said, could you give me some examples of where I crossed the line? So I gave him two examples, and one of them was, you don't insult someone's wife and try to make that a joke. And especially cowardly, I would say, because the guy who he made the joke about, his wife, wasn't there. No, not very good. Not very good. And then I told him that, he shouldn't use our Lord's name as a curse word. And when I found out that, like, this is his kind of career path, this is what he really wants to do, this is his life, I said, you could really go far. And I referenced Bill Cosby making a statement about Eddie Murphy when Eddie Murphy was just starting out. So we're going back now to the early 1980s. Anyway, this is before, all that stuff came out about Bill Cosby. But anyway, he told Eddie Murphy, you have talent. You don't have to swear. When you swear, you're showing that you don't have talent. So I basically just said that to kind of encourage this guy to clean up his act. And I think that guy could go really far. I mean, you think of great comedians, right? Like Bob Hope or Bob Newhart, or even modern days Jerry Seinfeld. Um, these guys were able to make it to the top because they could clean up their act. And probably, Bob Newhart probably never did anything off color. I don't know. But whatever the case, yeah, it's true. Probably Seinfeld or whoever, if they go into a nightclub, they could probably descend to that level, trying and using swear words to try to get a laugh out of people. But a talented person doesn't need to do that. Anyway, I realized that people in general, they don't take criticism well. That's why, again, I was encouraging him, saying you could go far. Since I'm a priest, and probably statistically, even though he was in his mid-20s, it's probably the first time he's ever spoken to a priest, or heard the words of a priest speak to him. So I do believe that my words will resonate with him. And I just I just told him, well, think about what I said, eh? Anyway, to my surprise, I didn't realize it, obviously. The guy was going around and he was secretly recording video and audio conversations at this event. And he used me as kind of a way to advertise people to watch his videos. He had told people at the event, go visit his YouTube channel. So after the event, I asked him how to spell his name, and I said, I'm gonna look you up. So I did that, and I went to his YouTube channel, and right there, he's using me. He does. I don't know if he knows my name or not, but he said priest, whatever. Wait till you see this, or whatever it was. I know he used on social media like priest condemns me or something like that. It's like I certainly didn't condemn the guy. I'm trying to help the guy. I'm a priest. I love people. That's my job. I love people. I want what's best for them, right? And anyway, yeah, it turns out this guy is really low life. I'm sorry to say that. That's so sad because that's so sad. And he obviously didn't take my advice, and he does this YouTube video, kind of broadcasting some of what I was whispering to him, and I guess he just thought it was all a big joke. And he also, secretly videoed others, including the main speaker, and he got, I guess, into some kind of I don't know, low-grade talk. I suspect he got the conversation going with some of these guys. This was not a church event, by the way. But then he uploaded that, put that on the video, and these guys, I think they could have been embarrassed. I'm not embarrassed by what I said. I just wish that I had not repeated word for word what he had said when he asked me for an example of where he crossed the line. I wish I would just have said in a more general way, don't insult other guys' wives, and don't swear. Anyway, whatever the case, this is what this guy does. And I did check, I did seek some legal counsel to see if this was illegal, what he did. And apparently in Canada, this is not illegal, that we have single consent laws. So if someone secretly records a conversation, as long as one person consents, so presumably the person secretly recording is giving consent, then they can do this. And that was a real eye-opener for me. And even though I'm a priest and I've heard some terrible things, I never thought that people would stoop that low, and never expected that, like, because I'm not doing anything wrong. I don't swear at people. I don't say anything inappropriate, so I'm not that worried, but it's like, it's a real eye-opener. And unfortunately, this guy, he's kind of sabotaging his career. I think he's kind of sabotaging his life, actually, by doing this. I don't know if I looked at some of his other videos, and his videos are really crass, eh? he plays himself, he presents himself as a ladies' man. You know, he gets around and da 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 da. And most of his jokes are vulgar. His thing is insulting people, and he thinks that's funny. It's like, hey man, like I remember when I was like 14, 15 years old, and that was that was what guys did. But I mean, the guy is like in his mid-20s. He's very mature. Anyhow, um, yeah, he's sabotaging his career because anyone who hires him, right? They're going to look on his social media, they're going to look on his YouTube channel, and they're going to see that this guy has done this. And he did it twice. He did a part 1 and a part 2. Maybe he's doing more. I don't know. I'm not going to go there and give him any more views on his video. And which is why I'm not telling you what his name is either, because yeah, the guy's got an ego, right? And we don't want to encourage him. So, but yeah, anyone who's going to hire him, he's going to look and he's going to say, well, I'm interviewing this guy. Is he is he recording me, right? And then I started thinking, you know, hopefully someday this guy's going to get serious. He's going to grow up and he's going to want to have a wife and children. Well, how is he going to do that? Because, you know, especially if he remains a comedian, you know, anyone who dates him, you know, are going to look up his YouTube and they're going to come across this. They're going to see, man, this guy like secretly videotapes people and then puts them, uploads them to YouTube for the whole world to see. Guy, no one's going to trust you. No one's going to trust you. If you happen to come across this video, which I doubt you will, but if you ever did, you know, I don't know, listen to my advice. Clean up your act. I would, if I were you, I would delete those YouTube videos. Now, just because it wasn't illegal, what he did, doesn't mean it wasn't dishonorable. It was, you know, totally classless, and it was dishonest. And yeah, delete those videos. Do another video. Just, you know, be serious for once in your life, and just apologize, and say you'll never do that again. But he's not going to do that. He's not going to do that. Anyway, I was sharing this with a friend, this incident, and he said, "Oh, I hope he's not using it, you know, how shall I put it, to be voyeuristic with the ladies." Oh yeah. I figure his camera was on his shoe. That's what I think. I remember I can't remember exactly what he was wearing, you know, but I think he was wearing like jeans and a button-down shirt type of thing. He was dressed kind of dark, and which made his shoes really kind of stand out. They were, you know, white, clean shoes. They looked kind of like basketball shoes, something like that. It had like a black stripe on it or something. And I'm wondering if those are special shoes, or if he just got like some sort of wireless device and put it in his shoelace or something like that. Because of the camera angle, I couldn't tell really. And this guy was smooth. I had absolutely no idea that this guy was recording. So I imagine there's devices out there where it's wireless, just you know, a click of a button in your pocket, and put your leg out, and you know, you got a camera there. So anyway, just I don't want people to be paranoid when they, you know, talk to strangers. But and this really shook my confidence in mankind, I guess. But it's been a few days, and I think I've recovered from that now. And I just give this as kind of a public service announcement, and be careful out there. And this technology is there, and there are some jerks out there, unfortunately. Pray for this guy. I hope things turn around for him. It looks like he had a really bad upbringing, and this is based on things he's said in interviews that he's had with people. It looks like he's really runs on his ego, that he doesn't miss any opportunity of uploading any type of video of anyone who says that he has talent. And I think all this is getting to his head, and it's going to be his downfall. unfortunately. And yeah, and in his kind of promotional video or featured video on his YouTube channel, it has him dancing. You know, again, I would say the guy's got a lot of energy, he's got a lot of talent, but it also has him in that video clip doing drugs. So I don't know if that was all an act or not, but you know, probably because of the circles that he travels in, he probably is a drug user. And yeah, I don't know. May he hit his bottom soon and wake up before he wastes his whole life. Okay, God bless you all. And VM Patches, the truth will set you free.